Welcome to the tutorial for setting up MoveIt. Now in order to set up MoveIt, we first have to install it. Installing MoveIt is as simple as using sudo apt install ROS indigo MoveIt. That's it. Press this and MoveIt is installed. Once MoveIt is installed, we need to define a model. We need to define a robot that we'll be using in MoveIt. Now, MoveIt is generally made for kinematic chains or humanoid robots. Humanoid robots are arms, so in order to use it with drones, we'll have to modify its usage a little bit, and we won't be able to use all of its functionality as well. So first, we need to set up a robot in MoveIt. So how do you do that? There's this thing called setup assistant. ROS launch MoveIt setup assistant.launch. Simple. Start it. We'll get this kind of a interface. Now remember, we had installed TUM simulator before. Now that had the URDF of our drone. URDF is basically used to define a robot in ROS. Over here we'll create a new configuration package. We'll go to our workspace, which was tutorial workspace. We'll go to SRC, we'll go to TUM simulator, gazebo. Okay, so just keep in check TUM simulator, CVG sim gazebo, and then URDF, and be sure to select quadrotor sensors URDF.zacro. And zacro is just a concise way and a more human readable way of storing URDFs. Then we load these files, and once the loading is successful, you should be able to see this little drone over here. Then we go to the next step, which is self collisions. We regenerate default collision matrix. This basically, so when we are moving around, it basically checks for collision between different links. Over here we're just making sure that it does not check for any of the links that we know will never be in collision. Virtual joins. So we need to create a virtual join, because, well, the joint from the world frame to the drone's base link or to the drone is a join, but it's not a joint that we'll be using. It's a virtual joint. So we'll just create a virtual joint. Child link is base link. Parent world frame is let's say world. Alright. Our joint type will be floating, because it can move in DOF, and we save it. We have this virtual joint with us. We go to planning groups. We add a group. So basically, this is for which the MoveIt has a lot of planners. This is for which group will be doing the planning. Ardrone group. You can call it anything. It won't be used. Now you can add joints. So over here we'll be planning just for the virtual joint, because the rest of the joints are like constant transforms to the virtual joint. So we'll save that. We need to add a link. We'll add the base link. That's it. So there are some features of MoveIt that the way I said before, we won't be able to use the complete functionality of MoveIt, but because it's not meant for drones. So robot poses, end effectors, these are all features that allow you to have some really powerful functionality if you're actually using MoveIt. So passive joints, again, no information needed. Over here you can just give in your details. This is kind of compulsory, and you can look at what all you have here. We'll need to give it a location where to store all these files. Again, we'll go to SRC and we'll go here. Now I'll create a folder for this. We'll call it ardrone-config and generate package. Now this is just because we have not created any end effectors, again because we are using a drone. Okay. When configuration package generates it successfully, we exit the setup. Now you can see in the workspace there will be our drone config, which has a lot of config files, launch files, and we'll be going through them now.